la maudite déviée chaud?
I have seen the dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me.
David, you look absolutely terrific, honestly. You've got like glue on.
This is where the worst begins. This is where we must stop. For beyond is the work of madness. The nightmare of insane murder and lingering death. Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows.
Someone is watching you. Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death.
This is Albert from the Tuesday Show. You're listening to the goddamn Dave Hill Show, now on a flipping Monday.
Hello. Are you guys there?
It's working.
Yeah. Can you?
Oh my God!
Can you hear me?
Hang on, my sound is wild. Can you guys hear me now?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, this is wild.
That song never
Hello and welcome to the gosh darn / goddamn Dave Hill Show, whatever we're gonna call this. I go back and forth with each passing minute. Thank you for joining us once again for this futuristic, limited. You know what's weird?
Tell me.
I'll tell you. Some fucker's texting me. Shame on me for having my phone. I'm gonna have to go get it though in a minute. So shame on me. But what I was gonna say was, the original idea was that this would just be a limited run for the pandemic, which we all thought was going to be over.
Did we?
In like a week or two, I think, originally when we originally started this. But I think in good news, the pandemic is not going to end anytime soon. So we might be stuck doing this show. If we keep our word that we're going to do it throughout the pandemic, we've got about 6 more months of this at minimum.
Mm-hmm. Is it too soon to start talking about what some of the pandemic ending qualifiers are? What are the numbers we're looking for?
Why does this sound like ass to me?
It does. You have like an echo on you.
Yeah.
The weird thing is... Oh, wait, hang on. Here, the thing that's messed up is I can't really hear in my headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear myself. It's all gonna work out. We're gonna have an amazing show. I don't want to start off with my bad predictions about the pandemic. Instead, let's focus on my good predictions about the fun we're gonna have.
Yes.
But first of all, let me say hello, Des, to you.
Evening, Dave. How are you?
Things are really great with me. As you can see, I'm a bit dewy as usual.
Is it the lake effect?
It's the fried foods effect, I would think, if I had to really pinpoint it. And Chris Gersbeck, Chris, you have a whole new look going tonight.
Do I?
And you're not personally, but your background. Are you in a different?
Oh, I'm in a different room. Yeah.
Is there a cat camera
There's
set
a
up?
cat
No.
eating, the mess we left behind when we made dinner.
I can respect
Scavenger.
that.
Nice move.
So that's gonna probably be going on in the background the whole time.
No complaints from me, I'll say. But anyway, so we're gonna have an incredible show tonight. Our guest tonight is comedian and fellow Clevelander Ryan Dalton, who lives in Los Angeles now. But you can hear the Cleveland in his heart, and not in his. I don't think we have accents, us Clevelanders. We're sophisticates. But he's going to join us in a little bit. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Well, I know. Let's focus. Let's give the phone number out. The phone number tonight is 347-474-0260. That's 347-474-0260.
I just realized I've been tweeting the wrong phone number out.
Oh no!
How long has this been going on?
Just past 24 hours.
You fucker.
Sorry.
You fucker.
You know what I did last week was I left a digit off, and then I forgot that it's 0260, not 0264, which is what I've been.
Oh, you fucking asshole. I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna say. Oh, there's a call. It sounds like. New DLS says that his New Deal Lois, as Aunt Edith is Antifa. What should this is what's happening. She's 85 years old. Yeah, there's a lot of concern out there that the Antifa army is geriatric. I like the idea of it. It's pretty Anyway, Donald Trump's fucking idiot.
Because of the
what
guy,
was that?
The guy whose head got cracked open by the police.
Yeah, he's leading the army.
Yeah.
Someone asked what this song is that is playing the popular bed music. It is Hung Up on My Baby by Isaac Hayes, which is the original music that we had underneath the show way back in, when we were on a little station called WFMU over there in Jersey City. But we have an incredible program. Tonight, I have to say once again, is Aunt Edith single? Justin Smith. Let's, now Justin Smith is reminding me, usually we have prompts, artistic. If Ingdave calls in, do we have Ingdave calling in?
No, not at this point. We have somebody else on the call.
Do we have someone on hold right now?
We do.
Let's
We do.
put him on. Let's
Okay.
put him on. I'm going to get my phone across the room that's through.
Caller, are you there?
I am here.
Everybody, this is Elvira Knievel from Minneapolis.
Elvira
Elvira.
Knievel.
That's the coolest.
Canaveral.
Canaveral, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Elvira, I'll
We're-
take it.
Yeah, actually, Dave and I worked together on a live from here show in Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah, of course I remember you. It was me, Broken Social Scene,
Yeah.
Tom Papa, of course, and I'm trying to think who else was on. It'll come back to me.
Well, there's their regular crew.
Well, there were, Chris Thiele, of course, and the whole regular
Yeah.
crew. I'm just trying to think. Who else? How are you doing? Good
what's
to hear
his
from you.
name? I'm doing good. Just released a new book called Game of Death.
Game
it's
of
a
Death.
pinball comic book that takes the philosophy of Bruce Lee, but instead of teaching you how to hit people in the face, we teach you how to play pinball.
Oh, I like that. Where can people find this book?
You can find it at pincombo.com.
Pin Combo, PIN Combo.
Yep.
All right, everyone.
And I also got it for free in PDF form on my Patreon at sintire.com. SINTIRE.com.
All right.
For sincere satire.
And so this will teach people how to play pinball in a advanced way.
Yeah, what I did is I took Bruce Lee's Dao de Kundo and then separated it out just bit by bit, removed the gender bias from it, and instead of applying it to punching people in the face, I just apply it to pinball because his philosophy can be applied to anything. Martial arts is the thing that it kind of really caught on, but you can apply it to anything, so I apply it to pinball.
Nice. Hey, Des, you're nodding there. Are you knowledgeable? You're nodding as if you're knowledgeable on the ways of Bruce Lee's methods.
Very limited, but it would make sense that, as he said, that Bruce Lee's philosophies would apply to all kinds of facets of life. So I'm just in agreement, getting along, and also the music is helping the situation. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Hey, Chris, can you turn the music down the tiniest bit?
is that good?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's the sweet spot.
Oh, yeah.
See?
No, now it's too cold.
Well, it's ended. The song's
Too-
fading out.
I need more heat. I need more heat. Oh, there we go. Wait, there's lyrics to this song, though.
Oh, god damn it.
God
That's
damn it,
just
Chris.
right.
Fired.
Ooh.
Wait, I need to say, Elvira, let me interrupt you real quick, and then we're gonna come right back. Tonight, you'll see the virtual tip jar in the corner of the screen. Collecting. Tonight, we're raising money once again for Black Visions Collective, a great organization. We raised about $500 or so for them last week, and so let's try to do that again, or even better if you can. If you can't donate, that's okay. But if you can, that would be amazing. You can Venmo at the Dave Hill or PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, and we'll make a donation to Black Visions Collective in the name of the show and all of its listeners tomorrow. So if you can, again, hit up the virtual tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, going to Black Visions Collective. And now that I think the pandemic will probably go straight through to 2021, we will be doing a collection for cocaine only at some point. I promise you.
4th of July.
It's not going to be. What's that?
4th of July is coming up.
Yeah, it's coming fast and hard. Anyway, Elvira, thank you so much for calling, and hopefully everyone will check out. Did you have anything else you wanted to add tonight?
Well, I'm in Minneapolis. I'm like 5 blocks from Lake Street, where the entire George Floyd thing went down.
Oh wow!
13 blocks from where he was murdered in the streets. So,
oh my God!
It's a bit of an intimate situation. It's not every day that your neighborhood burning makes the international news. So, but there was a lot of talk about what was causing the fires in the area, and one of the buildings that we lost was our local sci-fi and mystery bookstore, Uncle Edgar's and Uncle Hugo's bookstore. And as I'm standing over the smoldering ruins of what was my favorite local shop, I hear people going, "Oh, this was Antifa." I'm like, why the hell would Antifa burn a bookstore? It's like Antifa is anti-fascist. Fascists are all about burning books. If anything, this was done by outside agitators who are trying to use the situation as a way of getting their own hatred out, and using the cover of Black Lives Matters as a cover to do terrible in our neighborhood.
Yep.
Nobody in our neighborhood would burn down a bookstore. Nobody in our neighborhood would burn down the Popeye's chicken. The Foot Locker was burned before it was looted. But I want to also let people know that there were as many people were out there, breaking stuff. There was 10 times the number of people out the next morning cleaning up glass.
Yeah, of course.
I got out there by 10:30, and the place was clean. Everything was getting boarded up and everything. And I do suggest that when we're done with this, we make a lot of kick-ass forts with all the plywood that we have, or skate parks.
Forts. I like that idea. I support that idea. That's a very good idea. Well, cool.
But a big part of it is, keep it local, keep it safe. That was the other thing that we're big worried about. Is like 2 weeks later that there'd be a big flare-up of COVID cases from everybody out of the protests. But people, for the most part, seem to be keeping a good distance, and even though we have inadequate testing, we seem to be getting through it okay.
Good. Yeah, and I think it seems like a lot of people protesting are also wearing masks, which is great.
Yeah.
And key. Without masks, we're fucked, basically.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we're doing. I got another site, theoffensive.com, where we have masks, and for every mask sold, we give one to medical people. We got a new one that says, "This machine kills fascists."
I like that. Woody Guthrie. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and great to hear your voice.
All right, keep up the good work, and know that I appreciate you. Oh, real quick, one of the things that connects all you guys, and including Jimi Hendrix there in the back, and Bruce Lee, and Pinball, is state of flow. The idea that you enter into a state where if you think about it, you can't do it, but you're pushed constantly beyond the limit. And that's how you're able to shred so hard. That's how Hendrix was able to do it. And that's how Bruce Lee was able to do it. It wasn't about learning certain moves. It was about being present in the moment and reacting to it. And that's what pinball is for me. It allows you to be in the moment and react to it and get that warrior's high without actually harming anybody. It gives me a greater freedom than Bruce Lee ever had, because I can fully express myself without fear of harming another.
Excellent. I can relate to that. All right, man. Thank you so much. Call in next week. Give us an update next week.
Have a great night, man.
All right.
Thanks, Elvira. Have a good night.
I think he got into that flow at the end that he was talking about for sure.
Yeah, but I know what he means. I won't get into it too much now, but because I want to thank some people. Want to thank Virginia Craighead, very lovely donation that will go
Flying V.
to what's Flying V? Yeah, that's right. And Natalia McCarty, another very nice donation. Once again tonight, we're raising money. In addition to having hot times, we're raising money for Black Visions Collective. Go to the virtual tip jar there. You can Venmo at the Dave Hill or PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, and everything we collect tonight will donate to Black Visions Collective in the name of the show and its listeners. And so someone asked if they can donate directly through the website, if they'll know it's through this show. They won't, but that's fine. If you would rather just go donate to the directly to the website, that's fine too. But I think it's more fun to sit here and see how much money we can raise together. But obviously, it all goes to the same place. So do whatever you want to do. That's totally cool with me.
Dave, can I ask you something?
Yeah, Chris?
That video of the you posted the other day of a bird flying into your face.
Yeah.
Is there any way to pull that up on here?
I think we can.
Because I've watched it maybe 700 times.
Can you turn the music down slightly? It feels a little loud. Dare I say. So the video in question, I'll see if I can I think I can share it to the screen. I'm gonna try to do it now. Share screen, Chrome tab. There we go.
I have so many questions about this.
So this is. Can we see? Okay. Here is the video in question. It's right here.
So excited.
It stays in there way longer than you would.
Yeah, it was there. Dave, tell me there's audio to correspond to this.
I want to see the full video.
There is audio. They're really. You only hear like the bird. I don't make any sounds. I know.
Not nothing.
I don't make any. I'm, as you know, very calm gentleman, and so I didn't.
Oh.
What happened was, as my alter ego, Lance the King of Black Metal from Witchdane, I had just done the Evil Singing Pandas, this band in Singapore, great heavy metal band. I did their live cast, and so I had all my corpse paint on. So I decided I would go shoot some stupid things around the yard, and I was set up to shoot. I saw those flowers, and I was wearing this outfit, and I thought, let's come up with a fun shot. And so the camera, as you can see, is set up right in front of me, and I was mercilessly attacked by a bird, as you can all see.
Now that you mentioned that you sat in front of flowers, I think that's the first time I actually noticed the flowers.
Right.
Just because I'm so distracted by the bird and the commotion going on. But the bird obviously thought you were the bush.
I think that has to have been what happened. I mean, like...
Oh my God, yeah.
Birds don't miss like this.
You were camouflaged.
I was camouflaged. I honestly did not... Because I was looking at the camera. I never saw the bird coming. And it just...
You can tell you don't.
No, it hit me right directly in the face. And then it went down my jumpsuit. And then I felt awful because I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I heard a bird, right? Mm-hmm. And I couldn't really see what was going on because it all happened so fast. I was basically attacked by a bird, as you can see. And fortunately, I was able to get it. I didn't realize what had happened until I got it out of my jumpsuit. Fortunately, it wasn't hurt. and it flew away. But after I got it out, then it,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit, I had a sparrow in my jumpsuit.
I would have thought it was like an insect or something, like a dragonfly or something.
Yeah, it all happened so fast, as you can see.
You're like looking around to see if anybody was bore witness to that, and you just kind of sat there stunned for a second.
No, I honestly, to my credit, I just kept going
with the shoot,
with what I was doing. I was just like, focus, let's get this shot.
Kara Welker just asked, get this into a Witch Taint video, which I think that was your intention was to, right?
I can't confirm or deny. I think odds are pretty good that it'll be in the next Witch Taint video. But yeah, I was attacked mercilessly. I don't mean to drag sparrows into this, really. I believe it was just that one wayward attack sparrow, because I didn't see any other.
I love at the end, like it's almost like you think you got it out. It's still
just
sitting in
there.
No, that's the thing. Like
paying rent.
I thought it was over, and it was just the beginning. After it hit me in the face, I was like, well, this is over. And then I was like, oh no, this situation has escalated.
Were you scratched up? Cherry Dazzle asked, were you scratched up?
No. I don't know. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I am bleeding severely most days. I get cut by something, whether it be an attack sparrow or just like my own fingernails. I bleed every day.
In the cabinet.
Some way or another. It would have been nice. Maybe I could have kept it as I see that Cara mentioned that. Now I'm seeing that. Someone said it's more of a romper than a jumpsuit. David Bomunda, where is that?
No,
fucker?
That's not a romper.
He can fuck right off.
If it was a romper, you wouldn't have.
See how I
pants.
go into a blind rage very quickly. Fuck that. It's not a romper. It might be a romper. I'm not sure. Let's here. I kind of want to keep this bird attack in here the whole time.
It's worth it.
Let's I want to bring our guest on in a minute, but we have a call, video call. Let's see who this is. Let's just add them. Hello, you're on the program. Hello? Who's this Scooter? They left.
I have somebody on Skype.
All right,
We want a Scooter's not there.
We tried with Scooter. I guess I would say let's go back to sharing the attack. Who's the call?
I got Ing Dave.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's take Ing Dave, and then we'll get our guest of honor in tonight.
Ing Dave, you there?
Yes, sir.
Ing Dave. That's the heat. That's the heat that I'm after.
It's a good tone tonight.
That's the heat. Okay. I think we get a sense of it. Hello, Ing Dave?
Yeah, I got a sense of it.
Ing Dave, what's going on? Where
That was painful.
What's that?
That was painful.
No, that was incredible.
It was painful to me. It hurt.
I agree. This is my new headshot. The bird attack. See, this is the thing in life. You can't. What is it? Ordinary people in an extraordinary situations. Circumstance that leads to greatness. And I believe the bird attack that's my moment, you know. I work hard, you know, I try to consciously make things, but then one day you're attacked by a bird, and that's your crowning moment.
Your calling card.
It might be that might
Alfred
be it for me.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, I'm basically modern day Tippi Hedren.
Has Ing Dave seen the bird video?
No.
Ing Dave, have
He
you
has.
seen the bird attack video?
No.
Ing Dave,
Haven't
first
seen
of all, wait, what's going, the pride of Bensonhurst, let's be clear, to the listeners,
The busted
viewers,
balls of Bensonhurst.
the what?
Busted balls.
The busted
Of Bensonhurst.
balls of Bensonhurst. All right, that's a good prompt.
That's my favorite.
Any artists listening or watching or whatever, your prompt tonight is the busted balls of Bensonhurst. So I'm hoping within very near future. Cara Welker is ideas machine tonight.
I know, she's really nailing it.
Alfred Hitchcock's Angry Birds. Talk about highbrow, lowbrow. That's perfect. That's excellent. Wait, I'm
How
sorry.
about no brow?
What's that?
How about no brow or unibrow?
The unibrow of Bensonhurst? No. Wait. We didn't clarify. Did you see the bird attack or not, Ing Dave?
No.
You did not see
No
it.
birds.
Get on the internet.
I'm on it already. I was watching your show. I had to be on.
Well, I just played the fucking bird attack 78,000 times.
Do
I'm
you,
sorry
guess
for
I
the
wasn't
language.
do you have internet access, Ing Dave?
Are
Yeah,
you
over 3 years now?
You've had internet for 3 years? What are you, from the future? Wait, so I'm putting the bird attack back on the screen. So
Okay,
are you watching the show? The program?
Yes.
So that's the bird
I was
attack.
playing the guitar. That's why I missed it the 78 times you put it on.
So now can you see it?
Yes. Oh, I seen it already. Oh, yes. Yes.
You thought you were talking about another bird attack.
Wait, you thought
memory.
you thought that I had been attacked again since this video?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had been
Hedren.
attacked by a bird again since that happened, that's a shame on me, I have to say. Ing Dave, very
I
quick.
seen it this time.
What's
I
that?
didn't know it was a bird.
Oh no, it checks
I
out.
thought you were being more pretty.
It's a bird. It's a sparrow.
Yeah, I see it now.
You got to see the full
Stoner
video.
memory, anyway.
Stoner memory. What's going on? What's
me.
going on in Bensonhurst tonight?
How would I know?
I mean, what in your Bensonhurst, which is to say, your apartment?
My room.
Yeah. What's going on?
Well, recently, I had to use a bottle to urinate in because my mother was monopolizing the bathroom.
I'm
That
listening.
exciting or what?
Wait, what? Why didn't you just wait to go to the bathroom? You couldn't, I guess.
It was an emergency.
What floor?
Why
do
didn't you
live
just
on?
go like in the sink or
7.
something?
I'm not peeing out the window.
It's just a question. Just a question.
Have you guys ever done the sink? Have you ever had to pee in a sink?
There's been times when I didn't have to pee in the sink when I did pee in the sink anyway. That's how often it
Not
happens
in
to
the
me.
sink yet.
I'm
never
not
did that.
afraid. Sometimes I'll go into the bathroom to use the toilet and I'll just go in the sink anyway. For no reason, no good reason.
Because the sink's there.
Cuz
It's
I
there.
can.
That
Why
much
not?
closer.
Mix it up. I gotta, you make your own fun. I used to
Being in
know.
the sink is fun.
I mean, it's not fun. Go pee
No
in the sink
bubbles.
and I'll wait. Go pee in the sink and get back to me.
No, thanks.
It's
I like
it's-
bubbles.
Okay, you're what?
Like,
I like bubbles.
That's odd.
All
so
right.
you like peeing into water, is what you're saying. You're not like just the regular porcelain, like you would get in the
Yeah,
sink.
the actual toilet.
If you had to pee in the sink, you would fill it up a little bit first. Be more comfortable probably for you.
Yes.
Okay. Just clean it up.
I've told this story before, but I when I lived in the Chelsea hotel, it was I had a sink and I didn't have a bathroom, but I had a sink in my room, and I shared a bathroom with 4 other apartments on the floor. And I promised myself I would never pee in the sink, ever, in the entire time that I lived there. And then, sure enough, I found myself with not even just unconsciously approaching the sink while undoing my pants, and I started relieving myself in the sink, and I was like, "Oh my God, what happened? How long did I make it? 6 months? A year?" I looked, 4 hours. I had been living there 4 hours before I peed in the sink.
That sounded like it was a bucket list kind of thing.
I mean, I was really gonna take the high road, but
Don't make promises like that to yourself. Especially with 4 other people.
No, now I fly right into the sun. You get me near a sink, it's probably odds are good I'm gonna pee in it. It's just my way.
You're uninvited.
I'm coming.
Yeah, sure. Like 3 years ago.
I'll be there. Dave, can you call back in 20 minutes? Can you call back in 20? Wait, no, you don't have to. Dave, I'm gonna bring our guest on tonight. I want to thank people real quickly. Once again tonight we're collecting money for Black Visions Collective, and we're going to donate it all tomorrow in the name of this show and its listeners. So you go to the virtual tip jar. Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com. And I want to thank Luis Neves. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for a lovely donation. Kaya King, thank you. Ron Ball. And who else did I thank? Oh, I thanked everyone so far. So, and it all I get instant notifications, so it's super. I'm easily excited and entertained. So, and I'm a bird attack survivor. Here, just showing you that there is life on the other side of a bird attack. But please put some money in the virtual tip jar, and we'll donate it all tomorrow to Black Visions Collective, a great organization. We raised about $500 for them last week, and we raised over $500 for a bunch of other charities the week before. So there. Now, coming to the show, a fellow...
Before you're announcing the guest, I have an update for Wade Snook. I think he asked in the chat room a couple of weeks ago about the fake bikers.
The fake... Oh, the bikers that live upstairs from you. Or downstairs?
Downstairs.
And what's the update?
Supposedly they moved.
To where?
Supposedly.
To where?
I wouldn't keep track of them. But everything sounds the same. It's exactly the same as if they never went anywhere.
So maybe it wasn't them.
So I'm dubious.
So, but maybe also it could be argued that the sounds you were attributing to their occupancy had nothing to do with them.
I doubt that.
Maybe?
Not even a maybe.
Well, Dave, let me thank you for. I'm gonna bring.
Get your guest.
Let's bring him to the show. Also from the Paris of Northeastern Ohio, as I'm from. Here he is, my dear friend Ryan Dalton.
Good morning.
There he is. Look at
Ryan.
that.
I don't see him.
Hey, Ryan.
How you doing?
Pure sass.
Nice to meet you, Dad. Chris, good to see you.
Yeah. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly.
That's a professional setup you have.
Yeah, man.
See him now.
I don't have headphones, so I'm not that great, but I just want to make sure that there's no echo. Voice is good. Sibilous. Good. Coming across. Okay, good. How's it going, kids?
Oh, really great. Really great. I'm on a pandemic upswing, what I would describe as. Yeah. I feel like I'm coming out of it today. I was in like a pandemic for the first 2 months of the pandemic were maybe the best 2 months of my life. No, not really, but I was doing great. I was really embracing it. And then somewhere around Mother's Day, I went really downhill, really badly, and I was in a place of darkness. And then I don't want to give all the credit to the bird attack, but I feel like the change in me, like the bird attacking me, maybe shook something loose, you know?
When you confront death, you're then inspired by life.
Exactly. It was. Hey Ryan, have you seen the bird attack video?
Look, man, I can only see so much violence. You see the Zapruder film 100 times, you're not going to be normal afterwards. And
yeah,
the fact that your heart wasn't ripped out by those talons. I mean, you're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, it was yeah. I mean, if we can just take one more look at it, just for let's take one more look. There we go. I mean, here's the footage.
I mean, up top, I just love how sassy you are.
Yeah, it's pure sex.
Pure sex, like just dripping seduction.
Yeah, and then I'm attacked, basically.
Did anyone see this
and now,
happen?
Do you know it's a bird? Do you think it's a bug?
The only indication that it was a bird, or that a bird was involved in, I didn't know if there was multiple attackers. Like maybe it was like a roving apiary gang. Or like it could have been a bird and a bat working together. A bird, bat.
Vampire bird.
I had no...
One right for your neck.
Yeah, you don't even know. I heard a bird, so I thought, well, there's a bird among... I mean, do you know what a blanket party is, Ryan?
I don't. I don't know what that is.
You know, in prison or the military, if you want to, like, give someone a beat down, but you don't want them to know who did it, you throw a blanket on them, and then everyone, beats up the guy.
It's like Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, and it's a blanket party that you can't see where the punches and kicks are coming from.
I see what you're wearing against the background, and I feel as though the bird thought you were part of the bush line and maybe was going for your hair thinking, I got a nest. I need some twigs.
Yeah.
It looks brittle enough. Let me get in there and break off some, that they're doing a little Home Depot for the bird fam. And then I think he got lost when he went south. And then he's like, oh, there's already a nest. There's already a nest down here.
Yeah.
And that is your chest hair. You're so manly.
Yeah, it is a shame on me. I mean, I know I said if it happened again, it would be a shame on me, but now that I'm hearing it in this way, I think it is a shame on me. The first go round. I don't want to, I don't know. I shouldn't even get into it. I don't want to say like, oh, I was asking for it. Because you don't want people to feel guilty about wearing floral jumpsuits or anything. But in this instance, sitting down next to a bush of flowers and stuff, I don't know what else I expected to happen other than a full-on bird attack.
I mean, it doesn't look so much as an attack as it looks like you have power over nature. And you didn't know, like sometimes like in like comic books, people don't know they have powers. And I feel like maybe because you were being so sexy, the bird was like, I just got to land here. I would normally, because this is clearly a man, but I look at that face. I gotta set up shop right here, right now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've not really been out in nature since the attack.
I mean, I don't blame you. I'd be a shut-in after this.
It's a lot.
Really never stops being funny.
No, it perpetually delivers.
It's hard for me to look at because I lived it.
I'm telling you, TikTok, you'll go viral with this.
How do I get on TikTok?
I think you just log in.
So what? I just upload it to a video, or do I have to stage another bird attack?
No, you can just upload this one.
I can upload this video.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know anything about it, so you have to take Chris's word.
Cara Welker has a good point. Luckily, it wasn't murder bees. What happened to the murder hornets? I thought that was going to be the attack of the summer, but clearly I've proven otherwise. It's all I can do to not sign up for TikTok right now.
I mean, this is a strong first entry if you do go into TikTok. I mean, how do you follow up with this? So your sophomore post is going to be better than this?
Maybe I'll wipe out on my bike on purpose. There's like a skate park down the street. So
really?
Maybe yeah, it's like a bike or skate park. I'm not sure. Here, let's take, just so we can enjoy it more in a little bit, I'm going to take it out. We'll definitely come back to showing that video again. By the way, if anyone... And again.
Ingdave's still on?
Ingdave's still on. Ingdave, can you call back in 20 minutes so we can free up the line real quick?
168 hours and 28 minutes.
No, 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Do you know what 168 hours and 20 minutes is?
It's a
that
week.
Would be next Monday.
I know.
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah. Call back in 20 minutes. And if anyone wants to call, it's Harvey Birdstein. It's true.
Can we get Cara to call in? She's very.
The number, anyone, 347-474-0260. 347-474-0260. If you have thoughts on this bird attack, if you have questions for Mr. Ryan Dalton, and also thank you to Catherine Torpy for your lovely donation. Once again, we're raising money tonight for Black Visions Collective. We raised over $500 last week, so let's raise even more this week. Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com. It makes it more fun. It's fun already, but then it's extra fun knowing that we're raising money for a good cause. If I could be attacked by as many birds as possible to raise more money, I would.
You just gotta come out to Southern California, where I have a front yard here, and we are lucky enough to have mockingbirds that are predatory. Like when they are swooping in, you'll walk outside, they will nose bomb your head when you're in your front yard.
Really?
They don't play.
So you live in Los Angeles?
I do.
Where can you say what area?
Yeah, I live like 4 blocks south of like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like the Hollywood and Highland.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You're a sweet spot.
You're right in the heart of it.
Yeah, it's and we're lucky. I mean, it's very. I mean, we lucked out in finding a place that had a front yard, so we have some nature to go to, and but it comes at a price. We have aggressive wildlife, and they will protect. Hummingbirds too. I've almost tamed a hummingbird. I will have a hummingbird eat out of my hand. That is the goal, and I'm so close to it.
Oh, that's just asking for it, though.
I know, but I feel like if I can get them to eat out of my hand, then I'm only a few steps away from having my army of nature drones.
That would be incredible.
It wouldn't it be? I mean, I don't know like how dangerous they really could be, like what kind of armament or payload they could hold. And plus they have to refill with sugar like every 30 seconds or they'll die midair or something like that. But I'm working on it, you know? we didn't get to space in 2 days. That's all I'm saying. You know.
What's that cartoon that where the birds all like they get the? Is it Snow White or is it?
Yeah, it is Snow White.
And they get her all dressed up and everything.
Yeah. Yep, Snow White.
I mean, that's what I envisioned for you, Ryan Dalton.
I mean, I want that. I would like to have that. I feel like I'm close because I've seen people actually feed hummingbirds out of their hand, and I'm so close. And I'm dead serious. I'm going to make that happen.
I feel like it's doable. I mean, you could probably do it. How often do you see the hummingbirds?
Every day. I mean, you hear them because they sound like R2-D2 played on fast forward, like and then you know they're around. And we have a feeder that I just purchased. And now I had to show them where the feeder was, and now moving the feeder back closer to the house through time, so they know, because they can't smell, they can only see red, and so you have to like train them to where the feeder is. So I've been gradually moving it, and then in 2 moves it'll be hanging out right in front, and that's when I'm going to make my move.
But you had originally said you pointed it out to them.
I pointed it out. Oh yeah, what I did was
how did that go down?
I would set up the hummingbird feeder where I see them normally get their meals from, letting them know like there's a new tapas place in town, and it's mine, and it's open, and I do delivery, because of the coronavirus, and drinks to go.
A lot of people in the chat are saying that it's Cinderella, not Snow White.
Oh, Cinderella. Yeah, fuck you, Chris. It's Cinderella.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Jesus. No, I shouldn't jump down. I mean, it's not your fault. I actually, now that I'm replaying the moments,
I was just going along with you guys.
I suggested that it was Snow White. It wasn't you. Let's thank Angela Mariani for a lovely donation.
How much did I make?
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ryan. The money is not going to you.
Wow. That's
the money.
It's a different story than what was pitched.
I know the email stated entirely differently.
Who's the money going to?
To Black Visions Collective.
I'm sure they need it.
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, originally when we started doing this, what is this? The 4th week of doing this?
It's the 4th.
So this is the 4th week, and initially I thought, well, this would be 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks tops, because I thought the pandemic would be over, and then I would just say, well, we're done, and because that was the original plan. But now, in my tireless research, I've come to the conclusion that this pandemic is going to go on for another 6 months minimum.
Oh yeah.
Do you agree with that?
No, I knew. I live with my wife's a nurse, and we talk about this all the time. And I just knew when we got into May, I was like, if you think that this many people are affected and or passing away from this, that we are just gonna waltz out of this like it was flu season, you're out of your mind, and it's gonna keep going and going and going. And I was saying realistically, like end of summer into fall, and I think it's more like 2021. I think
this year's shot. The year's shot.
And I think, I really believe. I mean, there's my wife and I. We go to the Hollywood Bowl all the time for concerts.
Nice.
That's canceled. Every concert is canceled. Bonnaroo, or I mean not Bonnaroo, but the Coachella darn was canceled.
I'm going to Coachella anyway.
Yeah, you should. It's beautiful.
Going.
This is a good time to go. This is when I would go because I'm too old and I don't like crowds. It was once they canceled that stuff, I was like, that's probably gonna be it. So I feel like when people are protesting, I think a lot of them are also like, I'm kind of at a festival. Right? Like you're outside, you're all doing something, there's plenty to look at. I don't know about the music situation because I'm not going into any crowds ever. I feel like that's the deal because I've seen the change in protests because it all happens around here. Like all those huge, those drone videos, that all happens around here. And I see these crowds, and I'm just like, they must think they're at a concert too, at some level, because this is them getting out of the house.
Maybe they should just get Skrillex. Because, like, I'm just trying to think of the safest way. You just get one, whatever he does. I don't even know. Is it maybe a DJ?
I mean, I think that would be the easiest way. Plus, you could kind of do it like in a Pope Mobile kind of deal, where like they're inside the Pope Mobile or like a used one. And I think that would be like a mobile DJ set. That's actually a pretty cool idea.
That's how, like, I don't even. Skrillex is a dated reference, probably, isn't it?
I
haven't heard from him in years, but
that's how out of it I am. I don't want to say old, but maybe old. That's my reference for the fun joke that I made about having a DJ at the protests. Skrillex. I got carded for beer today, though. On the flip side of that.
No way!
Look at me.
Look at that. How much is Dave Hill getting carded for beers?
How much is this beer? But I had a mask on.
Oh.
So my face was mostly covered, but he was like, oh, it's hard to tell how old you are with that mask on. Because I was like, I'm a grown ass man. But I wouldn't you think that the oldest looking part would be the eyes that have seen a bird attack head on? Wouldn't that tell the story of a man who's lived a life?
Yeah, I have lots of gray that pops out of the side of my mask, so that's usually the. Can I see your? No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, they're like, no, but me, they're just like, my hair is getting shaggy. Just.
Whoa.
That
sexy production I saw earlier.
Yeah, everyone's just.
I think that's the longest I've ever seen your hair.
You're definitely getting there, yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna.
I think it's the first time your hair has been longer than mine.
I know, and I'm not even on pot. So.
My hair was long, but then that was the one COVID thing I did. The barbershop opened up, and I said, I'm going to get a haircut. It has to happen.
You went in and got a haircut recently?
I did. I was last week, and I just said I can't because I'm good straight on, but I've taken enough drugs for my hair to come back that it came back, but there's a threshold when it goes from like, oh man, your hair came back, you look good, and then if it gets too long, it goes, uh-oh, that dude's trying a little too hard to hide the fact he lost a lot of hair. Back here kind of looks like a golf divot. So I'm like, it has to be like short, or then it gets like comical. Like, you ever see like news footage from the 70s where people they just didn't even try to pretend that a comb over wasn't working? Like, and the part would be here. This is where the part would be, and they would just push it. I mean, it was the strong move in the 70s. Like, I really think everybody believed that. No, man, you just comb it right over, nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah, I like who's God, why can't I think of who's the guy that
this is a comb over. I don't know if you could tell.
That's not a comb over.
That's not a comb over.
That's pure.
That's real hair.
Giuliani had one real bad.
Who did?
Rudy Giuliani had one.
That's right.
Oh, Giuliani. Yeah, he had a horrible one. And who's why can't I think of the talk show host? The guy with with the gray hair and he would smoke.
Donahue?
No.
Tom Schneider?
Tom Schneider. He had a pretty big one.
Yeah.
As I recall. Ted Koppel? No. Sam.
Ted Koppel has some good hair.
Sam Donaldson.
Sam Donaldson had a comb over. I mean, that and no strays. That thing was laid flat.
Like a plate.
Trump has a massive comb over.
I don't see it.
That qualifies. Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that picture of when Trump got caught? Like he had to do some speech or something, but he didn't. He had to take his hat off, and it was clear like he was not planning on that at all, and he just looks ridiculous. Like his hair is combed back and it's all greasy and weird.
No,
let me try to pull this up.
Reference it, and then we'll go back to the bird attack video.
Is this
I
your
just
first?
want. What's that?
Is this your first animal attack?
I was bitten in the face by my own dog as a child. I almost had a lizard shit on me once.
That's aggressive.
An iguana. I think that's it. I had a Nile monitor hiss at me once.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could sell those anymore, but there was a period when I lived in the Bronx when I was going to school where they would sell them. Chris,
on
are
the
you?
street?
Here's the. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
He's also wearing those weird pleated khakis.
He stopped in at a church after playing some golf one Sunday morning.
Well, on the way home.
Quick evangelical prayer session. Yeah.
Ugh, I can't even look at him. He's disgusting. Horrifying. Did I feel like I have to thank someone else. Just trying to keep up with all of it. Another lovely donation from Sarah Billingsley. Thank you, Sarah. And if anyone wants to donate, we're raising money for Black Visions Collective. Go to the virtual tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com. We'll give them all the money tomorrow on behalf of this show and all its listeners. I don't know why I actually go and read my own Venmo address and PayPal address off the screen as if I don't know it. But I do know it. But I don't know. So, is it hard being 4 blocks south of Hollywood Boulevard during the pandemic?
It wasn't. It's strange because, I mean, look, I walk on Hollywood Boulevard to go to the gym because I'm super ripped and I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't, I only like shredded. And so I go up there, and usually you can't even walk down the sidewalks because there's so many tourists in from all over the world. And then you go up there and it's a ghost town. The pandemic, honestly, has made this, the one bright side is the pandemic made this city like awesome. It's like all the plant life is like the most green it's ever been because the air quality is fantastic.
Yeah, and does the sky look different?
Oh yeah, like they opened up the Runyon Canyon. It's basically where all the incredibly good-looking people go hiking.
That's where I hike when I'm in town.
Yeah, of course. That's where incredibly good-looking people go.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there, and it's like you can see all the way past. You can see all the way past downtown to out to the Catalina Island, past LAX. Like it's like you can see so far in every direction out to the ocean, and it's nice. The only time it was really kind of crappy is when in the beginning when the protests after the protests initially started and they were really tense, and like I shot some video where my wife shot some video. I was inside hiding, and the cops were trying to force people to go back into their places, so they were shooting pepper balls at them, and they were like exploding in our front yard.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, again, I was inside making a drink. She shot that as what it should be.
What's a pepper ball?
It's kind of like, it's a pellet that if it explodes, it like pepper. It's like instead of a spray, it's like an aerosol powder, and then you get it and you start coughing, and it's.
So did it go in your house and stuff?
I mean, it hits things and it blows up, and then that pepper, you inhale it. It's like you inhaled a.
But it got in your yard?
Yeah, and they were like blowing. You could hear them, and you just heard pop, 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 and then you hear thunk, 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 and things were just like blowing up in our front yard.
Would it blow in your windows?
No, because I was already outside. I'm like, "What's that? What happened?" And you just start coughing, and it's just like pepper. It's like you just like spilled pepper in your own house, and you inhale it, and you're just like you can't breathe.
What are they trying to achieve with that, though? Just don't go outside.
Building friendships is what I thought.
I know
it was when we had the the curfews, and they were and they were early. They were like 6, and meanwhile I'm like way off work at 6, and I'm like, please get home before these curfews hit. Not that I believe that anybody's going to drag her out of her car, but I mean, everyone else is getting home from work too. But at the same time, it's like you don't know what's happening. This is really fresh. So she gets home, and then there's some people who had looted this shoe store at the end of my street, and they were running down the street, and these cops were just trying to get everybody indoors so they could focus on the bigger problems, which were buildings burning and businesses getting looted. So they would just make people frightened and get inside their place.
I feel like I was thinking about this today, that the police, their handling of all this reminds me of like the way the Catholic Church handled it like 20 years ago, when there were all the the rape charges were coming up. They handled it. They did the exact opposite thing as they should have done. They were like, "Fuck you!
Yeah,
we're gonna protect the priests."
Yeah,
the police are like, "Fuck you! We're gonna beat the shit out of you."
I feel like there were times where you're like, I feel like I can watch the news and go, I shouldn't do that. In the next time this situation pops up, you would think that other people go, you know what? I'm gonna probably take a deep breath before this. Before I decide I'm going to use deadly force or any sort of real force. It's considering everybody has a video camera on them right now. You would think those two things would make you go, I'm going to take my foot off the gas a little bit, think this through before I start launching projectiles into, properties. But I was blown away too, man. I was like, wow, it's a war zone outside of this gate. I may have to just take everything I can grab and just hit the road.
What? Okay, you can grab 3 things. What do you grab?
This pillow. Holy shit! I mean, look at that.
Oh,
that's my dog Rusty right there.
What a sweetie.
Yeah. I grab Rusty. Maybe not the pillow. I grab Rusty.
Yeah, you can always get another pillow.
Yeah. I grab my wife. That's probably important.
In this era.
Yeah.
I probably grab my Cleveland Browns leather coat.
Ooh.
Would you like to see it?
I would kind of like to see it.
It's really impressive, and I don't like to show things off and show my wealth, but this is one of my most prized possessions.
Oh, this is good.
It's got like a special box under the couch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Now, I want to point out...
Oh, you can feel the weight of it from here.
That I don't want anybody at home to be confused. A cow died for this.
Yeah.
I want to point out the orange embroidery that in no way matches the other orange on the jacket. I thought...
Yeah. It is a bit strange, isn't it?
It is.
But couldn't it kind of, when you're dealing with the Cleveland Browns, you're not going to wind up with a handsome product.
Yeah, anyway, I like the wavy lines too. Look at that.
Yeah, like, why not? How much did you? That was $500, wasn't it?
I never would pay money for that. I wouldn't pay money. An aunt of mine had it and gave it to me. I wouldn't pay money for that, but it is mainly because it's a leather cow. I feel bad about that, but it's hideous, and that this thing sat at a Wilson's leather coat store and a mall in Cleveland for probably 3 years before somebody bought it. But it's beautiful. It's hideous and beautiful at the same time. If you're a fan of that team, you want to own that.
Yeah, you can wear that to the game, and everyone will want to be friends with you.
Yeah, you got a story. What about you? What would you take if you had to escape?
I would take my sweet dog Lucy, who's over in the corner here.
Little Lucy.
Probably, and then probably I don't know.
It's beautiful.
What's that?
It's hideous and beautiful.
Wait, what happened?
Sorry. I pulled up the feed on my laptop and started.
Oh, you fucking asshole!
I think that's strike 3 for me.
A rough
God
night.
damn
Chris.
it.
Rough night.
Once again, tonight, I want to thank all the sexy people tuning in, listening, watching, however, and all the sexy people who have donated already to help us make a nice donation to Black Visions Collective, a wonderful organization. Please go to the tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, or PayPal, Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, and we'll donate it all tomorrow. And then they'll be like, oh, all the people that listen to that show, they're the best, sexiest people. And I know nonprofits and charities, what have you, they make note of when people are sexy. Historically. I mean, this goes all the way back to Salvation Army.
So, like, when you give this money to the collective, Black Lives Collective, do you get like a thank you email?
I do, yeah.
Like, is it immediate?
Let's see. I got one earlier today for a donation that was made. Whatever. Just always. You know what I do?
Because I wouldn't like it if I donated money and there was some serious lollygagging on the thank you letter. I'd be pissed. You know.
Do you know what I was amazed? I raised, or this feels like a lifetime ago, but earlier during the pandemic, I raised a bunch of money for No Kid Hungry through various means, sang Billy Joel songs on Cameo and this and that, and they actually tweeted at the Witch Chain account saying thank you.
Wow.
On Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Class act.
I thought that was very classy.
Did they take it back after they saw the bird video?
No. Why would they? Why would anyone? What bird? You mean this bird video? Wait, hang on. Let's see if I can find it. We only have we have 18 minutes left. We should probably get some bird video in.
When you donate, do you, like, as you send the donation, is there like an ominous like request at the end, like, hey, I scratched your back, you better scratch mine when my number comes in?
Oh, like, no.
To let them know that, like, hey, no such thing as a free lunch.
Oh, like a quid pro quo, as they say.
No, I wouldn't say that. A little bit more ominous. I'd be like, hey, remember me?
Oh, yeah.
Leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
I believe the universe will take care of me. Though you're right, I did threaten them.
Okay, good. Yeah, of course. You gotta
I mean, the money arguably just zeroes out when you consider the threats, the passive aggressiveness, and just the horrible things that exactly. No such thing as a free lunch, basically. I just blacked out for a second.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, in your medical opinion, Ryan Dalton, and you have medical. My brother works in medicine. You're married to a nurse,
right?
So, do you guys think in your household that we'll be just locked inside until there's a vaccine?
The prediction that I have is that the early, the states that had the early, easing up of restrictions, also now multiply that with the protests that they had in those states, are going to force those states to shut back down again.
Wow.
And that's a best case scenario. And I feel like a worst case scenario is as a result of those states doing that, that'll cause a chain reaction of all the other governors going, well, I better shut down too because I want to keep my job next election. So that's what's going to be. I did it your way. Now I'm going to do it my way, because I don't think there's a second wave. I don't think this first wave ever went away. And that's what it is. And it just sucks because I feel like these protests are necessary for this change of this horrible system. But at the same time, it's coming at the worst, literally worst time in the history of us to do that thing, and it's horrifying to see all these people gathering in the streets knowing that there will be a price for that and it will be paid. And that is the horrifying thing. That's why I run 8 miles a day.
You run 8 miles a day?
Yeah. And
8
I gotta
miles?
tell you, it's not healthy. I'm 44. I'm at the age where I say things, I should be saying things like, I should probably stop running and maybe get on a treadmill, like a elliptical machine,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
8 miles.
Yeah. Because
That's
I was
a
like,
lot.
I need to burn these thoughts out,
Yeah, but when you run 8 miles, you come back and you're feeling like a champion.
Well, I definitely feel like I'd rather be tired than sad and anxious, so I go for tired. Yeah. So I just burn all the negative out, and I'm like, I feel pretty good right now. I mean, my hip has horrible pain in it, and I think I have sciatic nerve damage, but hey, I'm not sad.
I know. I will take physical pain over mental
all day
pain any day of the week. I would rather just have someone take a machete to my arm rather than experience mental pain.
I like wearing masks, though. I hate to admit that, but I really enjoy wearing masks.
I do. I have a bunch of masks. I have so many. I got a 3-pack.
I blew one out today. That's how much I wore it. It blew out on my run. It just
really
too much sweat. It finally was like, your face is too gross. We're leaving. It just broke right on my head. So I got to get some more running because I run with a mask. That's how crazy I am about it. That I'm like, when I see people just not wearing them, I'm like, I run with a mask on. I can't stand it. I feel like I'm suffocating myself. But it's like, I feel like I have to do that to run safely because I'm thinking of other people.
Well, yeah, because you're in a crowded area.
Yeah.
Like,
and you'd be amazed. People it's like after 2 weeks, people are just like, I guess it's gone. I'm like, are you crazy? You're crazy, right?
Oh, yeah. I went to the grocery store today. Pretty much every man, basically, under 55, aside from me, basically, was not wearing a mask.
That's horrifying.
And I'm like fully... I have a full-on... I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Mask. I wear my glasses even though I don't need them to go grocery shopping.
I wear that when I run. I wear the mask. I have my hat, and then I wear sunglasses, so I look like I'm the Invisible Man when he's in disguise.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it is suspicious. We had the National Guard up on like a bunch of these street corners, and I would like walk up there as I'm warming up for my run, and it was like you could see all of them look at me because I'm like wearing all black. And I have these things, and I'm alone, and then I'm taking pictures with my phone, so I'm clearly suspicious.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to be suspicious these days.
I mean, this is a time where you can, it's cool to look like a criminal. You can be, get your skull mask out. You can look frightening. You can do it. And save lives.
Nice. Yeah, and save lives in the process. Be scary as hell.
Yeah.
And so does your wife? Is she working in a hospital every day?
She's at USC. The good news was like right when the quarantine hit, it was like she had just stopped at her other place, and then like she had a date to start, and it was like in that time, that's when it really got heavy, and I was like thankful because like all these hospitals were getting inundated with these first arrivals of these cases. And she works in a doctor's office at that hospital. It's not like she's a nurse, running around the emergency room or anything. But that used to be her job, and I was very scared for her because I was like, what if the hospital just calls you and says, screw the doctor's office, you're in the emergency room, we need you, all hands on deck. And luckily that didn't happen. So
Yeah, good. So that's good.
Yeah.
And she's a Clevelander also?
Yeah, from Berea.
Oh, Berea, beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, you know how I picked her up?
Don't
I
tell
saw
me.
her at the bar, and I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" She's like, "Ashley." I'm like, "Where are you from?" She's like, "Berea," and I was like, "Berea diarrhea." And I was like, "Home run!"
What bar? The Harbor Inn?
No, but you know, it was the Harbor Inn. It was the Harbor Inn.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
it's one of the best bars. If you're ever in Cleveland, Ohio, you got to go to the Harbor Inn. It is one of those bars where it's just, it is. I think it's the oldest. It's definitely the oldest bar in Cleveland, and it's the bar where, like, when you look down the wood of the bar, you can see where the elbows have just eroded the wood.
Oh yeah,
and it's got that cash register with like you have to push real hard because it's the original one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I was mad when they got new TVs. I was like, why would you do that? You need black and white TVs. They never work. They're showing old games for some reason.
I have some Cleveland news for you that I'll tell you in a second, because as many people know, I'm hiding out in a small Finnish fishing village and about 50 minutes from Cleveland. And but we have a call from, I believe, Jimmy from Kearney. And I'll tell you the Cleveland news.
I'm excited.
We have a call. Is Jimmy from Kearney?
Dave?
Jimmy, is that you, the pride of Kearney?
Yeah, well, resident of. How you doing?
Hey, this is not a time for humility. I mean, arguably it is, but when you've been attacked by a bird, what's that?
Well, that's right. I forgot about that. That was wild.
Oh yeah.
Was that like literally a bluebird?
No, we've covered it. It's a sparrow.
Oh no! You know what it is? I forgot today was Monday, and I got late to the broadcast, so forgive me.
Oh, fucking asshole!
Hi, Ryan. How are you, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, Des. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy, are you okay? You don't sound as vibrant as you normally do.
I'm all right. I'm just out of sorts because I've lost track of the days and.
Are you home, Jimmy?
You know. Yes. You know what I had it. That reminded me, that bird incident, even though it's drastically different, it still had similarities. My first semester at Rutgers, I still stayed in a place called Kinsley Hall.
You went to Rutgers?
Yeah.
That was my safety school.
Cool.
Yeah, wait, what happened?
Well, anyway, I was...
Wait, Jimmy, yeah, I hate to interrupt.
Building. Huh?
Jimmy, I don't want to interrupt you. This happens every time you call. It just, as anyone who's...
Yeah, Jimmy, slow down, huh? God.
As anyone who's ever heard this show before is well aware, Jimmy, I mean, you have the voice of an angel. So, and I know you have a point you want to make, but if I can interrupt you just quickly, I know it would make me and everyone else watching or listening, however, tonight, very happy if there's any way you'd be willing to just favor us with just a taste of a little something before we continue in our conversation.
Yeah,
can you give us a few bars of something? What's that?
I haven't said more than like the few words I said on this call. I've been alone in the apartment, so I hope I can push out some vocals. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, please just let it breathe.
I'll try to tell you the Rutgers thing maybe later or whatever.
Yeah, after the song.
Right.
After the song, just give us a taste.
All right, okay. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol, it doesn't thrill me at all. So
wait, what? Jimmy?
That might have been me, Dave. I'm sorry.
Did we lose him?
again, every time it's the system's not working out for me.
Jimmy, if you're listening, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened there. It's a shame. I don't know. It's something like the voice is too booming and it shorts out the. Anyway, Jimmy, if you're listening, give us a call back when you get a chance.
I gotta tell you, I felt like I was back at John Q's Steakhouse in Cleveland. That was melodic.
Yeah, that was something. We have 5 minutes left, and I need to thank a few more people. I want to thank Jamie Mazzo. Thank you so much. Very generous donation. Peter Arvidsson, very generous donation, and so once again, as I've said, we're collecting money for Black Visions Collective, wonderful organization. Go to the virtual tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com. Let's see how much money we can raise in the next 4 minutes. You can also send
put the
money.
bird video back on before.
Okay, we'll give a minute of the bird video at the end, but yeah, and you can send money all night, and it'll be turned in the morning. So, but the more it's a great cause, obviously. But Ryan Dalton, I don't know if you've heard reports, but the Hot Dog Inn closed.
Yeah, I did.
Closed. Hot Dog Inn. I'm off.
That's
hot
out there
dogs.
on Lorraine, right?
On Lorraine at about 55th.
Yeah.
A hot dog. It was a hot dog, as hinted in the name. It's a hot dog. Was a hot dog concern. I stopped eating hot dogs about 4 years ago. However, I was out in Cleveland a few years ago, and someone just walked in with a box of hot dogs from the Hot Dog Inn, and I violated my own dietary
Were they
restrictions.
in buns, or was it just a bunch of just?
No, they were in buns. You get buns, yeah, and chili, and I violated my own diet because they were that good.
There are, as someone who has completely changed their diet, I do run into that conflict a lot, especially when I'm home in Cleveland, and let's say your friends want to go to Slyman's and they want to get corned beef sandwiches the size of their heads, but you're like, no, I'll have a plate of French fries because I stink. And you got to break. I'm sorry. I mean, it's some things you gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, hot dogs aren't even food. Let's call it what it is. It's like leftovers of leftovers, but
yeah, it
really doesn't count.
It's
not like, yeah. Like after everything's done with the pig, then they go, let's make hot dogs from what we had left.
Yes.
So don't
exactly.
feel that bad about it, because they were just going to throw that away, but you ate it.
Yeah.
So you can't feel bad about the trash you ate.
That's true. I guess that's a good way to look at it. New Deal Lois is asking, is there any way to take these guys captive so they can't end the stream? I'd be willing to go longer if in the next 2 minutes there is $100 in donations. But that's what it would take. So
what's the Twitter handle again? Or the handle for the Venmo? Dave
Hills
Rent. Dave Hills Rent.
It's not Dave Hills Rent.
It isn't.
I don't. The
That's
money
what you
goes.
Sent me. Oh, I got it wrong. Sorry.
Oh man. No, we'll come back next week. I don't want to hold people hostage. Or wait, no, they're holding us hostage. I forget. But yeah, people can send in money all night, and we'll turn it in tomorrow on behalf of this show and its listeners. So, why not go for it? But someone bought the Hot Dog Inn sign I saw in the news, so you can still go look at the sign somewhere else. I can't remember. Oh, someone just did. Wait.
Uh-oh.
I'm reading. Someone just did $50. Let's see it come down the pike. How long does it take?
How much did you say? 100?
100 and two. So
we're halfway there.
In 1 minute, it
Got a
has
minute.
to happen.
1 minute.
And then we'll have to agree on how much time we're gonna do per $100.
I mean, I told my wife I'm sequestered in this room for the next 2 weeks. I told her that's how long this show is. 2 weeks. So I told her it was a telethon. And,
we have another lovely
I did not
donation.
tell her though that it was for not us. I told her I thought she assumed it was. And now we come to find out it's for the greater good, which isn't that good for me.
Catherine Torpy, another lovely donation. Second one of the night. Kayla Fulp, a lovely donation. But it is 10:30, so I don't know.
I do have a phone call if you want to get one on.
Should we take one more phone call,
Yeah,
Ryan?
let's do it.
And see what happens?
Let's do it, man.
All right.
You there, Carrie?
And then I've had it. Hello?
I'm here.
Carrie from Brooklyn.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? What's
Good,
going
how are
on?
you? I'm hoping to, stall for you guys, get some more time and get some more money.
It's working. But more people are making donations. Kaya King, another lovely donation. Some people have donated twice in one night. This is amazing. This is what's fun.
Gosh.
Good times.
Totally
and
fun.
Then I'm making all this cocaine money. No, it's not cocaine money. Black
Rent money.
Collective. No.
How is it only call? Like, did you go back to call-in? No more video calls?
Oh no,
Colin?
I pasted the video call-in link, but then I guess I didn't mention it enough. It seemed like we were getting enough action on the phone. I kind of like the phone calls better because it's more theater of the mind, at least for us. Do you agree?
I kind of like the phone calls, but then again, since it's a pandemic, I did put lipstick on, because there's not really an opportunity to be out and, to be gorgeous. And
You're
I
always
can only be gorgeous
gorgeous.
with my voice right now. But I did put on the just because I thought I was doing.
Oh no!
None
Well,
of it's gonna be a video.
it's well worth it. What's your sports question?
My sports question.
No,
But-
do you have, what's your question for Ryan? He's giving advice.
Oh, he's giving advice. Well, my question for Ryan, with the Browns check, does he ever, feel like, especially with the mask now, could he go out and pretend that he was, in fact, a Cleveland Brown, player, especially if it's because he's working out so much?
That's an interesting question.
Go ahead.
I proved a theory that people who are fans of the NFL don't really know what their favorite players really look like. So I dressed up like all-pro kicker for the Cleveland Browns, an all-time great, Phil Dawson. And I didn't actually, I take it back. I didn't dress up like him. I said I was him and put on a Cleveland Browns shirt and set up a table where I would sign autographs and headshots. And yes, a lot of people knew it wasn't him, but then a ton of people thought it was and I just kept making stuff up about him and his lore, and people would because nobody knows what he looks like. He's the kicker. He comes out, he puts on his weird helmet, and he's out of there. I mean, he was incredibly accurate. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. But I mean, nobody knew. And here I am. I'm showing up, and I was way heavier. I'm 5'9". At some point, you got to be like, "There's no way you're allowed on a football field." But it worked.
Where did you do this?
I have the video clip, and I'll send it to you. It's
please.
Something I did. It was for a pilot. We were pitching Sports Time Ohio, and it was so I dressed up like him, and so many people were like, "Yeah, let me get a signed headshot. I love you. You're my favorite player." And if you saw us next to each other, we looked nothing alike.
But
because it was a kicker, it was ominous enough,
Yeah, no one knows.
Yeah.
I had a Madonna jacket, and I stole it off a bar stool at a gay bar in Denver. And nobody took it. And I moved to New York with my Madonna jacket, and it's like a tour jacket, but I don't know. I don't think you could buy them, but it wasn't like a dancer quality. It was more like security or something. And I wear it out in New York all the time when I first moved. People would be like, "Oh my God, where'd you get that?" And I'm like, "I'm one of Madonna's dancers. Just can you please respect my privacy?"
You were scared someone was going to go, "It was you."
Man, oh man.
Question about what it was like working with her, and I was like, I went to Manhattan Children's School, professional school, and it's just really hard to go out and get a drink and just be normal when I'm constantly picked. People want to have questions about Madonna. They're like, "Well, why do you wear the?" Kind of like, "Why do you wear the jacket then?" I just, I'm proud that I was on the tour, and I just need my privacy. They'd be like, "Could you do some of the dance moves?" And I'd do like a high kick, and they would be like, "Oh my God, you're amazing! I can totally see it. I think I remember you from the tour." And I'd be like, "Yeah."
This is beautiful.
Go home, watch, But yeah, it's obviously not. I mean, it wasn't. People want to believe it, People want to meet famous people, and they get psyched about it.
Wait, did I do this? Oh shoot. No, I know. That's what we have. Carrie, you there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second. Can you see your computer screen?
The busted balls of Bensonhurst.
Yes, I feel like that's a good Justin Smith. He's an amazing artist. Justin Smith of Austin drew the busted.
That was a quick turnaround.
That would take.
He is always quick. It's deeply disturbing.
But
the
veins
incredible.
At the top of the head.
The amount of detail.
So good.
And I need to thank. We have another donation in this time from one Ryan Dalton.
Who? What? Did somebody hack me? Get out of here!
Oh man,
that's nuts.
Oh.
I mean, that guy's a saint. I gotta tell you,
he's a saint. But
sounds like a hero with a name like Ryan Dalton. I mean, that's a name that blows up marquees.
It is.
Yeah.
I have to say, I don't mean to. Ryan, if you're listening, it wasn't. We did not get. We had 2 minutes to get $100 more donation, so that did not come in on time to put us over the edge.
Oh, I feel like I'm a Burger King about lunchtime,
But it's all for a good cause, and we did get a nice, incredible drawing of testicles. And so it all worked out. I need to go take my dog out before she shits.
I get that.
You did that? Or you
I get that. We have the front yard. I just let him out there, and I clean his bathroom every day. So
you clean his bathroom?
As I'm cutting, we have roses, so I cut down the roses, and then I pick up his poop, and I can tell when he's annoyed because he kind of rolls his eyes at me. I don't know. Have you ever seen a dog roll its eyes at you like he's annoyed?
Oh, daily.
Like he'd be like, my bathroom is disgusting and I don't own a brush or hands, so why don't you get on that? And then I gotta go out there. I get it.
Yeah, basically. Well, wait a minute. Wait, you had a bird this whole time?
My God, it's a predator.
I'm very uncomfortable. I
think Des is on
PTSD. You must have it.
I'm triggered, as they say.
There you are. Just wanted to get Joan on real quick before we got off the.
Joan? The bird is named Joan?
This is
What
Joan.
kind of bird is Joan?
Like Joan of Arc?
It's a chicken.
That's a chicken?
Yeah, we had a chicken theme going on for the first few weeks we were back here, but now the chickens moved outside, so they're not as readily available.
Oh, I'd say this theme is still on.
My niece happily brought one up for us.
Oh, excellent.
I love that chicken.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh, that's a sweet baby.
And that's why I don't eat animals anymore.
No, we get
That's
the
right.
eggs out of these. So
just egg.
Just the eggs.
Just
no
eggs.
meats. No meats on these.
I
don't want to
all
hold
right.
you up though, Dave.
Yeah, I gotta get out there and deal with the situation. I might even go to the bathroom myself once I'm done with her, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Ryan Dalton, thank you so much for joining us.
And I want to thank Ryan Dalton for that last donation. He's a hero.
I know, and what a
He's
he
a hero.
is a hero. Carrie in Brooklyn, thank you so much for calling in. And
You're so welcome.
And thank you to everyone, these sexy people who donated all this money. I'm excited to total it all up and give it to Black Visions Collective tomorrow morning. Des, thank you, and Chris.
Des, nice meeting you, Chris. It was nice meeting you as well.
You too, Ryan. Thanks for doing
man.
this.
Good luck out there.
And we'll see you next week. And Make It Epic 416 says she was extremely depressed, and this cheered her up.
Oh, good.
I'm glad to see that, and it cheers me up too, because I have good and bad days. Even with this hair, and on days when I'm not attacked by birds, I still have bad days. So and this cheers me up. So thank you to everybody. Thank you especially to Justin Smith for the incredible testicle drawing.
I mean, that's a good turnaround. I'm blown away by that. That was fast.
He's amazing. I mean, all right. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.